But there you go. Okay. Let me use a Gohoem here so I can save and all that junk. What are the odds of it activating 3 times in a row? Twice in a row? Like, even just it activating like 3 times in a row like that, 15% chance each time. It's like really low, right? It has to be. Mazionga and Matarunda, huh? Level 90 already. I'll try my best. Let's hurry and save him. I think I can make Hallel now. I don't even think Hallel is Max Star anymore. Let me check that. Max Star might be somebody else. Let's see. So I can make Zhao Gongen. I can make Ardha, but what are you, Judgment Max, I'm guessing? Oh, you know you're not. You just need Shiva and Parvati to make Ardha. Hallel. So Hallel is star rank 10, so I can't make him yet anyway. And his magic isn't even as busted as it was. Like, let me check how he was in Persona 3. Like, I'm like super sure that he was way better in Persona 3. Like, they hella nerfed him like so bad. Persona. $63. His magic was like 5. What is that? 5 higher? 6 higher. He could use Armageddon. He got Morning Star, which did 800 almighty damage. Morning Star now only does 440 damage to all foes. I don't know. I guess we could make Satan. And he's also an option, technically. Let me see how good he is. Persoba. Persona 4 Calc. So Zhao Gongen, is he strength max? He is strength max, so I can't make him anyway. 61 attack, 48 magic, 71 endurance. He's hella tanky. He gets God's Hand, Miragidyne, Power Charge, Anima Freeze, Evade Physical, Enduring Soul, Fire Amp, Vorpal Blade. Kind of whatever, in my opinion. Hallel is 87 now instead of 88. And yeah, Morningstar does 440. And this time around he gets Arms Master instead of Spell Master, which is like whatever. God's Hand crit chance is only 15%, so it's like not even as good as like other stuff. He does get insta heal, but I just got an item that gives me insta heal for free, so it's not that valuable. And again, his magic is like not as good as it once was. Look at how they've massacred my boy. Asura is Sun Max, so I can't make him. Sandolphin is Moon Max, I can't make him. Metatron, is he Judgment Max? He's not, but he requires... Satan, he requires... Well, to... I probably have to use like Trumpeter or something to make him. Koryu, Cerberus, Satan... Like, I thought it would definitely like include having to use like trumpeter and shit. I guess it's technically possible to make Metatron. But again, like, what does he learn? He starts with Heaven's Blade, which is pretty good, 30% crit chance. That's pretty decent. With Apt Pupil, supposedly it's 60% crit chance. He repels Ice, Electric, Fire. He already nulls Fire and Light. He gets Megiddo Loun, because like everything gets Megiddo Loun. He has 55 magic, which I haven't even established the Judgment Link, so literally everything I have has more magic than him. Everything that is in Quetzalcoatl, of course, but he doesn't need magic. Ongyoki, Hermit rank 10, and you need Kinki, Suiki, Fuki, and Oni. And he's a lightning user, except he has Ziodyne, but he inherits physical skills, and he doesn't start with physical skills, so I'd have to either transfer them over to him from other personas or use cards. Addis is Hanged Max. Beelzebub is Devil Max. I can make him. I would have to have a lot of ingredients to make him, but I could. 57 magic. Again, he'd get to level 86, which means he would learn Mudo Boost. He's pretty much a Mudo user, but he also has Agidyne, Mabufudyne, Mind Charge, Primal Force. I don't know. He's whatever. Like, I could make him, I guess. Hutsunushi? Oh, yeah, Hutsunushi. Chariot Max, can't make. Shiva, I'm pretty sure is Tower Max. Yep, can't make him. Skathak is Priestess Max, can't make her. Isis is Empress Max, I can make her. What does she come with that would make her worth putting on my team? She'd get to level 84, which means she would learn Mabufudyne, Absorb Ice, Cool Breeze, Tetrakarn, Meteorahan, and Bufudyne. So she's like an ice user, pretty much. She's weak to lightning. She gets Null Electric at 86. She gets Salvation at 85. Yeah, I guess I could make her. Any tips on fusing? I try to use search function and fuse whatever high level I can with the highest social link arcana I can. My approach to fusion is just to have all of my elements covered. Like, because you're the main character and your main thing is that you can switch to anything, I try to have like one of every element. So like Tsitsi Meetle is my Zio user, Set is my wind user, Daisojo is my light user, Suiki is my ice user, Saturnus is my fire user, Yoshitsune is my physical guy, Trumpeter is an almighty user, Alice is my dark/almighty user, and Quetzalcoatl is my auto buffer, which means he has the skills Auto Masuku Kaja, Auto Mataru Kaja, and Auto Maraku Kaja. So every time I start the fight, I have Quetzalcoatl equipped so that all my team starts buffed. Other than that, it's more so like what you like. Like Death Arcana has a lot of cool personas that I like. Jester has a lot of cool personas that I think are cool. But mostly I try to have all my bases covered and, you know, be on the lookout for good skills. Like me, I value the growth skills. So growth 1, growth 2, growth 3. I try to have that on as many personas as I can so that I can level them really easily. Try to look for fusions. Like if you use this Persona fusion calculator, a lot of the triple fusions are wrong. So your best bet is to like find the regular normal fusions and try to follow those. Like those are pretty easy to do. It all depends on how sweaty you want to get with it, is like kind of what it boils down to. Like if you want the perfect skills, you need to research which personas come with those skills and find a way to like fuse those personas together to put them on your favorite dudes. But for me, I just try to have one of every element. So light, dark, and then ice, Zio, fire, and wind. And then following that, I just look at what's the most powerful of each element type. So right now I'm using a website. If you just Google Persona 4 calculator, it's like the... what is it? It's the... so Google Persona 4 calculator. And it's this link right here. Right under this... right under the first link, it's the second link that you see. I click that. And then you can organize it depending on like what level you are. So because I'm level 90, I can see what I can make. I use this site. I use this calculator for Margaret's social link. Okay, so like that's all I can really tell you is like that's what I did, and I like to have one of every element, and I just keep them updated based on that philosophy. So like right now, Suiki is only 62, right? So I'm looking to upgrade to a more powerful ice persona. So if I was going to do that, I might as well upgrade to Isis, right? Because Isis has Bufudyne, Mabufudyne. Her magic is kind of okay, I guess. Like sometimes their stats like aren't as good as they should be. Like I feel like Suiki, where's he at? He's like down here somewhere. He was in the 50s. Yeah, he's 57. Like you see he has 49 magic at level 57. And you see somebody like who we were just looking at. We were looking at Isis. She has 48 magic. So sometimes you don't even have to upgrade your personas. Like sometimes you can just carry them all the way to endgame. Like I might not even need to make Isis like if I didn't want to. The main difference is she gets Mabufudyne, which Suiki doesn't have. He only has Mabufula. So if I wanted that extra bit of damage, I could go out of my way to craft Isis. I'd have to use Alice and Horus, and I haven't made Horus, so I'd have to make Horus. I'd have to go through like the annoying process of like making dudes that I haven't crafted yet. But yeah, that's the only tip I can really give, is just like if you don't want to fall behind in terms of attack and stuff, you should be updating them as soon as you're able to. But also don't fall into the trap of thinking you need to upgrade them, because sometimes when you upgrade them, it's actually a downgrade in a lot of cases. Like, Suiki is just as powerful as Isis is, but, like, the main difference is she learns Salvation. So, if you wanted to learn Salvation for yourself, then that's why I would craft her, but like I don't really need to craft her outside of just like wanting to fill up the Persona Compendium. So again, it really just depends on like what you like what you think looks aesthetically cool, stuff like that. But basically that's what I do. I just have all my elements covered, and then whenever you do social links, having a corresponding persona to the social link you're trying to increase is really helpful. So with the extra space I have in my party, I'll usually buy personas or pull personas out that help me with social links, stuff like that. Makes sense. It's not something I really... Outside of that, like, there's not a whole lot I could tell you, really. Yosuke, so I need to bring these two in. Yosuke and Yukiko need to come in. Alright, hopefully this fight isn't annoying. But like, you know, like for example, Daisojo, he's a level 61 persona. Like you can technically find another light user persona who comes after Daisojo, but you don't really need to like get rid of him ever because he's the only persona that learns Samsara, which is the best light attack in the game. Like, all he needs is Hamaon, Samsara, and Hama Boost. Like, everything else is kind of like whatever. Same thing with Alice. Like, she gets die for me. Anything good around level 60? You have Daisojo? Well, then, like, you never really have to replace him. So, if you go to this website, right... You can organize it by level. So, out of who I used, it's 60. Belphegor, I guess, if you need a lightning persona. Like I say, I didn't really use him all that much because I was grinding money so much that I out-leveled the need for Belphegor and I just went straight to Tsitsimitl. But it's really just like, what do you need? Like, if you use this website, you can use it to check what their stats are. Like, Belphegor has 40 attack, 48 magic, 42 endurance, 39 agi, 21 luck. Like, do you need a Zio user? Then upgrade to Belphegor. Jatayu is the first persona in the game that you can craft that'll get growth 3, so I valued him a lot personally, just because I like putting growth on my personas. But, you know, you might not value him like I value him, but if you need a strong wind user, Jatayu is a pretty good candidate. So it's really, like, kind of up to you. Like, anything good at 60, I think good is, like, subjective in a way. Like, I can tell you which has the highest stats, but I probably didn't use it. Like, I was using Decarabia for, like, so long. I didn't upgrade. I didn't, like, use him, like, Decarabia was, like, my go-to guy for, like, so much of, like, the 50s and 60s, and it wasn't until I got to 67 that I switched to using Trumpeter. And then when I got to 72, I switched to using Alice with Megidala. And then once I hit level 80, I hit the ceiling. So it's just about filling your party up with personas that are just, like, strong. And that website will show you what their base stats are like, so you can choose for yourself, like, which one is more powerful to you.
Ah, it's about time you arrived. Dealing with this child has been quite a pain.
No! No, don't go!
It's useless speaking
Oh, is it done
you.
already?
I need to go back now.
Yeah, I'll take a couple of burritos with some Doritos.
Why? Why are you leaving me here? Why am I always left alone? It's so lonely. I don't want to be alone.
Naoto-kun. You wear the same face as me. It's as if you're implying
No,
we're
don't
one and
deny
the
your true
same.
self or whatever.
But the difference between me and you is...
Why delude yourself? I am you. These childish gestures are no mere affectation. They're the truth. The fools all say it, don't they? You're only a child. Keep out of our business, kid, and so forth. No matter how many cases you spend hours cogitating over, no matter how many crimes you solve, you're a child in their eyes. It's your brain they're interested in. The gray matter locked up in that skull.
Oh my god.
As long as they need it, you're an ace detective. But once you're done, it's back to the playpen with you. You haven't the means to deal with society's two-faced nature. You're just a lonely child.
Naoto.
I want to be a grown-up. I want to be a big boy right now. Then they'll see who
So
I
you
am.
identify as a boy, or
I want a reason for me to stay.
that would be interesting, huh? Having
That's
someone who
enough.
has
I
gender
can
queer
find my own reason for living.
ideas.
I'm telling you that's impossible. You are but a child. How can you change that essential truth?
Like, Naoto knows that he's not a guy.
Stop it! At your core, you admire the sort of strong and cool men who populate
Cool men.
detective fiction. But in trying to emulate them, you must know that in truth, you're nothing of the sort. You're a child. There's no avoiding first principles. Admit that you're a child, and admit that there's nothing you can do about it. Now then, our analysis is complete. Let us begin the body alteration procedure. You have no objections, do you? Naoto Shirogane. Stop it! Naoto. Such a cool, manly name. But a name doesn't change the truth. It doesn't let you cross the barrier between the sexes. How could you become an ideal man when you were never male to begin with?
Wait,
Say what?
did I hear that right? He's not a guy?
Man, what a bummer.
I won't throw a tantrum. That accomplishes nothing.
How often I've heard those words from the adults. Throwing a tantrum won't solve anything, Naoto-kun, and other such bilge. They made you cry, didn't they? Yet here you are, mimicking those same men. What exactly are you trying to justify?
What?
It's all right. You needn't suffer anymore. That's why you're undergoing this body alteration procedure to begin with. You throw a tantrum, but it fails to change the situation a single bit. I can quite understand the feeling. After all, I am you.
That's not true! Don't say it!
It's okay. Let the kid spill the whole thing. If not, Naoto's just gonna keep hurting. We'll just do our job and kick the Shadow's ass, yeah?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
As if you know anything about me. You'll kick my ass, huh? Fine. Go ahead and try, you lizard-brained imbecile.
I am a shadow,
Save the
the true
discussion for later.
self.
Here it comes!
Oh man, he's like a... He's actually kind of cool looking. He's got his laser guns.
I am a shadow, the true self. What? Are you sick of yourselves too? Very well. Then let's begin the special operation.
He wanted a sex change the entire time. I mean, she did. She wanted to become a he. Well, how do you feel about wind?
Soda!
I imagine you resisted or something just because it's your fortune, right? I'm willing to bet that like these bosses don't have weaknesses like they used to.
Let's do this! Persona!
I am thou.
Might be a bit extreme, but I don't know what this guy's gonna do, so we'll see. Oh, look at you using Brave Blade.
Soda!
Yeah, that does 800 damage, so it definitely hits hard.
Go! I'll finish you! I am thou.
You calling me? Alright, I'll be right there. Give me a sec.
No, no, that will never do. Patience must lie still for me to drill proper holes into them.
Oh my god. Elemental resistance is nullified, huh?
Soda!
I'll finish it!
Let's do this!
I am thou.
Galgalim eyes. Oh. Oh, I only have Heat Riser. Dang it, who was I? Oh, I was already on the dude that had it. No, wait. Debilitate. Wow.
Here goes!
Go forth!
Oh, look, you resist fire, eh? Thank you, sorry. It's because I can't leave my desk right now. But thank you. Resist Miragidine, eh? Like, he probably doesn't take, like, a lot of almighty damage, right? 229, I mean, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, we're like 30, I'm like 40 levels above what this fight is supposed to be, but not too bad. $10,000.
So Naoto-kun was a girl.
Wow.
Are you awake?
Where am I? I remember you all arriving, and
Help me with this child.
that's right. You saw everything. I lost both my parents in an accident. I was still young, so my grandfather took me in.
I have the Coke right here. Did you want some?
I was inept at making friends, so I spent my time reading detective novels in my grandfather's study.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be an awesome hard-boiled detective.
Delicious.
My parents were proud of their job. I had no qualms about following in their footsteps. An inherited occupation can feel stifling to many, but I welcomed it. I yearned for the day I could be a detective myself. Perhaps I inherited that desire from them as well. I was always alone. Seeing that, my grandfather must have believed it was his duty to help me realize my dream. I secretly aided my grandfather with his clients, and before I knew it, people started calling me Junior Detective. At first I was delighted, but not everything went so smoothly.
What was that you said about you're only a child?
Not everyone welcomes my collaboration when it comes to solving cases. My status as a child was sufficient to offend many of those whom I worked with. Were that the only issue, then it would have resolved itself with time. But though I will one day change from a child to an adult, I will never change from a woman to a man.
Do you not like being a girl? Is that why you always dress like a boy?
My sex doesn't fit my ideal image of a detective. Besides, the police department is a male-oriented society. If they had the slightest concrete reason to look down on me, no one would need me anymore.
You don't know that.
Hey, you must know already that what you yearn for isn't to become an adult or become a boy.
You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. I kept ignoring you, pretending you didn't exist. But you are me. And I am you. You've always
It's
been
weird.
inside
Like,
me.
what's with like this weird, like, almost like Nazi imagery with like the eagle and
What I should yearn for, no. What I must
performing
strive
experiments
for
on
isn't to become
people.
a man. It's to accept myself for who I really am.
The strength of heart required to face oneself has been made manifest. Whoa. Your persona's weird looking. Naoto has faced her other self. She has obtained the facade used to overcome life's hardships. The persona Sukuna Hikona. Hakuna Matata.
In any event, you're a devious bunch. I can't believe you kept something like this hidden for so long.
They told you when they were fake drunk on stuff.
No wonder the perpetrator has eluded the police. But it's apparent now. This case is far from over.
That's right. And you proved it, Naoto. Anyways, we can talk more later. We need to get you out of
So
here.
what's your non-detective name? Is it still Naoto? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe she tells you once you get to know her.
Hey! Hey!
Breathing heavily.
Sheesh, she really put her life on the line for this. But without her efforts, we'd never have realized that the culprit is still at large.
I mean, I told you guys that wasn't the real
Too
deal.
freaking reckless, damn it.
I never doubted that you'd all come for me.
It's like Kanji's a femboy and she's like a mask girl. I don't know what the hell you would call a masculine woman. Mask girl, maybe.
Although the reality turned out to be far
So they kind of
beyond what
balance
I'd
each other
imagined.
out. Although it would have been far more interesting if someone had gender identity issues and if one of them was actually gay.
What a dumbass. You're no genius at all. We were tearing our hair out over you.
So you did worry about her, Kanji? Aw.
Shut up. Mind your own damn business.
I'll take her home. I don't think she can go back by herself.
We should all walk together.
It's all right. I can.
No way, Missy! Don't think that doing everything on your own is the adult thing to do. Come on, let's go. Grab on.
You were able to rescue Naoto safely, and it seems the case is not over yet. Boarded up lab.
Hey! Welcome back.
Sorry, we got off early today.
Just been drinking beers and scratching our nuts.
Come on, take a seat.
I think tomorrow is finally the
They
day I can
found
talk to
Naoto-kun.
Adachi.
Oh, do you know who Naoto-kun is? He just up and vanished without a word. But it looks like he's back now. Way to put a scare into everyone. Heesh.
I know. How do you know
Know
so
what?
much?
That he's been found?
How's that, uncle? I mean, a nephew of mine. You're my uncle. I'm your uncle.
You really ought to do something about that habit of yours, Dojima-san. They go to the same school. Rumors spread fast out here, you know?
Yeah, whatever.
But man, why'd Naoto-kun disappear? I guess he can be a little difficult. Maybe he got sulky after being given the boot and ran away from home. But I tell ya, I was shocked to hear that he up and vanished like that. If there'd been a fourth kidnapping and murder, we'd be back to square one again.
Adachi.
You know what sucks? We still don't have proof that the Kubo kid murdered anyone besides Mr. Muraoka. How are we gonna make
Adachi.
a case like this? I wonder if Dojima-san's instinct is right. Maybe there really is another perp out there. The real one.
Adachi, how many times
It's
I
not
gotta say it?
Matame. It's not
Quit running
Matame.
your
He's
mouth
down
like
there.
that.
He's always acting weird.
Well, sorry.
All right, see here. Don't worry about the case. Just go study like a normal student. If you don't...
You're going back to the big city where you belong.
I'm going to bed.
Dad's always angry whenever he drinks.
Sorry. I killed the mood there. But yeah, I can totally understand why Dojima-san's worried. Just leave the case to us police. You know the problems it could cause if something happened, right? Like, if it happened you were mixed up in it. We'd be real worried.
Are more scary things gonna happen?
No way, Nanako-chan. Everything's alright now. We caught the bad man, so no more scary things will happen, right? Everything's just fine.
Wink.
Okay.
Anyways, your dad's just a worrywart. Leave it to me. You might not know to look at me, but I got the most brains in the whole police department.
Yeah, Jester has some really cool personas in it.
Oh, was that too hard to understand? Did you get it?
Like, before crafting Alice, I was using Baphomet for like ever. And I was using Mithra
Well,
forever too,
now
just
that
because you never
Dojima-san's
needed to
gone,
replace him.
I should get going too. Good night.
Not Mithra, not a Simha from the Sun Arcana, so. You can make any persona powerful as long as they know powerful moves. Like,
What does got brains mean?
as long as you grind out the cards, you can make anybody you like super powerful, is what I'm trying to say. It means he's smart, it means don't worry, it means he's smart.
Huh. So things will be alright?
Probably. Naoto's fallen silent. The night passes with the awkward mood hanging in the air. Alright, but I think we're gonna call it here, boyos. I'm gonna eat my kind of dinner, kind of lunch. But yay, we solved the case. Today is Respect for the Aged Day, so you have the day off. All you can do is not wait for Naoto's recovery, which you do today. Cool, cool, cool. So yeah, we're gonna call it here, dudes. Well, let me grab the vegetables first, I guess. But 6.5 hours is pretty good. We got 2 new followers today, so thank you so much, Wesam Katash and Ads DSA, for hanging out and chatting with me. I hope I answered your questions to the best of my ability. Like, there are a lot of like objective answers to like personas and junk, but I think that at the same time you can also just use your favorites, depending on how your playstyle is. I like overpowering my enemies, so I always build the most powerful. What do I have here? Maybe barrier corn. Maybe I'm gonna call it here. Alright, dudes, I'll be back tomorrow. Again, if this was your first time seeing me, hello, I'm Duke of Haze. I do single-player experiences like the Persona games, like Divine Divinity, even though you can play like Divinity Original Sin with other people. I'm trying to do multiplayer stuff with my friends. At least my moderator's interested, so we'll see if we can't like cook something up and maybe do like one day out of the week, like multiplayer stuff for the second half of the stream or something. Probably the weekend, I'm guessing. Please consider following me here on Twitch, subscribing to my YouTube. I'm at 61 subs. I'd really like it if we could get to 70 now. The goalpost just keeps moving forward the more we grow, so I'd really like help in that regard. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.